Wow. Finally. Alright. Hello, welcome, hi. Welcome back to Elden Ring Let's Play. And sorry for making you suffer through the last episode where I kind of just, you know, ate it a bunch. Today we will be making some progress, albeit slightly unorthodox order. As you can see, since we have the giant mountaintop catacombs unlocked, we can teleport a little further in. And the main focus of today will be getting the last check mark for the Volcano Manor quest line. Or at least the part that I care about. And then once that's done, we'll be able I can go back and do Volcano Manor in its proper glory. Even though I can technically skip straight to the boss by completing the quest line. You know, that's not fun. So, just gonna go grab that. Of course, this is also one of the cooler set pieces in the game. So I'm just gonna enjoy the look for a bit. Of course, the cool thing about Elden Ring is that because it's all taking place on like a contiguous continent, you can go pretty much everywhere you see. Like, we're gonna go down there eventually. Oh, you can even see the moving mausoleum. That's neat. Yeah, so eventually you'll be able to go anywhere you see in the overworld. But for now, we're just gonna focus on getting across this bridge and avoiding that archer, which actually isn't terribly difficult. There we go. And now we can just run up and deal with him the old-fashioned way. There we go. Yeah, those enemies are slightly more common towards the end of the game. You can run into a couple of them early game. But I kind of went out of my way to avoid them that early on, because while they're easy to deal with once you know their patterns, it's not really all that worth it. Especially since the ones early game don't respawn. I think I went a bit too far in one direction, because there should be a site of grace over here. Nope, I just didn't go far enough because I'm a dumbass. Yep, site of grace. Oh, and look, it's our friend.
To think we'd meet in such a place. What could your purpose possibly... No. I know well enough who you are. And what I know is good enough for me. Call upon me again, in battle, should you have the need. I'm searching for a fort. I heard the master of the fort. Indeed. I believe the Halic tree is hidden. I'm searching for... I heard the
And like that, your destination is given. You gotta head north to the fort, which you can see right here. But we're not gonna go there quite yet. We got a couple things we need to take care of first.
Do you hear me? It is I, Lieutenant. We're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed. Passage to the end of the Halic tree.
I find it really funny that there are two NPCs who feel the need to instruct you on where to go. And now we're gonna ride over here, deal with the last little quest part of Volcano Manor, and then we'll ride to the east and to the south, kill a dragon, visit a church, and then we'll go north. Because I'll be honest, that fort is probably, I think, the toughest individual area in this section of the game. So, I'm gonna leave it for last. Probably till after the fire giant, if I'm being completely real. Alright, that's my fault. Well, this is new. I wonder if this is showing up in capture, because I've never had Hoslo lag the game like this. That is interesting. Okay. Well, let's just kill him, get him over with. That is I wonder what the deal with that is. I don't have any other windows open other than like Discord, which is hidden. So I wonder what's causing it to lag like that. Nice. The lag beast has been defeated, and now we can move on. Come over here, grab these, and then we'll be on our way to the east. And just ignore all of these. Little guy's having a grand old time. Maybe it's because I'm recording, that's why it was lagging. Well, whatever. I got stuff to do over here, so over here I will go. There's a gold seed, a mark of grace, and another giant if I feel like killing it. Which, frankly, I don't. Like, they're not hard, but they don't really... Like, there's no reason to kill them other than souls, and I've already shown the, like, most efficient way to get runes. So, there's no point in going out of the way to defeat them. Although that statue over there is tempting, but maybe later. And now we will ride to the south, where we will encounter a dragon, which is always fun. And then a little further south, we'll get to a church and be able to drink the flask. And then we can check out the northern part of this area. As you can see, it's very clear, very crystal clear. Not a big deal. But I have just been given the ability to spawn my good friend, the Poo Eater. And as we get closer to the middle of the lake, it'll get significantly foggier. And then the dragon will spawn. For the 3 critical. Now this guy is obnoxious because he deals a lot of damage, but you also have to be careful to avoid his breath attacks because they deal frostbite, which is obnoxious to deal with if you're a melee build. Fortunately, it looks like we can break his stamina very easy, which nets us these fancy critical attacks. Now we gotta get away. As you can see, that roar is very obnoxious. So it looks like this must be what we're going to be spending the rest of this episode on. And I think it was folly on my part to not just start off with Ezekiel's Decay, because rot builds up damage very quickly. I was two-handing my catalyst for some reason. Oh, is he immune? Is that what's happening? Alright, he's not good. Torrent move. Alright, never mind. We're not spending the whole episode doing that, which, honestly, good. Now we can get better frost breath. And this church that we're coming up upon will function as the next step in our journey towards the Elden Ring, but we're not going to be going down that path very long because we actually need to head north for a bit. No, actually, no, I want to get the map. So we're going to continue going south until I get the map.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika, shall I share them?
More lore.
Marika's own word, hark, brave warriors. Guidance hath delivered ye through each ordeal. Put the giants to the sword, let a new epoch begin. Brandish the Elden.
Okay, I realize there's more lore, but, you know, you don't come to a Let's Play for lore. And if you do, I'm not the lower Let's Player. Oh, right. There are a lot of dogs in this map area for whatever reason. Potential connection to Caelid and all that. But we're gonna ignore them, or attempt to ignore them rather. And that's why I have the beach propellant torch equipped. Alright. Well, if nothing else, I'll just lead them over here to this fire camp and hopefully they'll deal with any stragglers. What's your problem, dude? Okay. We're just gonna ride on through this area. Because while there's some cool pyromancy stuff I can get through, it's not why I'm here, and I can always come back and do it later. Right now, I just want to get the map. And now we're gonna come across one of the cooler bridge designs. It's just a giant ass chain. And over here we have our map. And look, ba-blam. So there's one more church to visit, and that's over here, I believe. And that'll be the next stop in this section. But we also need to visit the fort up here. and there's an enemy along this ridge here that I want to beat. So, I'm going to ride over to this church, and then we're gonna go fight that enemy. Or rather, I'll leave heading north to the... Yep, you know what? That's what I'll do. I'll go south to the church in this episode, and then the next episode, we can go to the north and do the fort. Lots of going around in places, not a lot of action, unfortunately. But don't worry, we will be getting some action coming up. Because this is the end of the game, and as such, there's a lot of pieces and parts to pick through. I'm just gonna ignore these fellows. And now we fight our second enemy, major enemy of the episode. Thank you. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can already tell. Oh, too early. Alright. Rip in pieces. Man, I should try to parry him fighting going forward. That was the easiest time I've had with that particular Phantom. I was expecting to die at least once. The only reason I didn't parry Hoslo is you can't parry whips. Which, you know. Little tidbit for those struggling. I didn't do anything.
We're almost there. The flame of... I'm glad it was... I must tend... Thank you. Please continue.
And now, our flasks are maxed out. Not in usage, but in capabilities.
Share them with me.
So...
Your thoughts. Your ambitions. The principles.
Let's start pumping up our damage numbers. So there is technically one more thing I can do, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that now, because it's literally just a ride over here, and that'll be the end of the episode. Because the boss of this area is just to the south here. You see that giant pot up in the distance? He's to the right of that. So we can go ahead and go snatch the Grace. That'll be used for his boss fight. But that's not the main reason I'm coming over here. And besides, I can't really do that yet, because there's a quest line that I need to push forward. But I'll do that when I go back to the Volcano Manor, because it's the same area. Maximize return and all that. For now, we're just gonna ride over here, past everything. The ancient Dark Souls technique of ignore everything that isn't able to instantly one-kill you. Ooh, these guys are having fun. They're throwing shit. Of course, the further in this direction you go, the harder it is to just ignore, because a lot of these enemies are very big, do a lot of damage, and there's also some very disturbing ones that will be paying a bit, like Mr. Giant Hands over here. He's accompanied by some slightly smaller hands. Oh, something died. Alright. The ancient technique of ignoring what? Alright. Cool. New movement tech. just ignore everything with the power of Goat Horse. And here's what we came for, so we're just going to grab that and head out. And there is a site of grace right below us, because this is where we first entered the area. So now we have all the sites of grace in this lower area unlocked, so it'll be very easy to teleport around and go where we need to go when we come back. Now, in case you're wondering what I just picked up, it is the Crimson Whirl Bubble Tier, which, you know, that description isn't doing a lot of favors. Basically what it says is when, and even then, it's very useful against the final boss especially, but there are a decent number of bosses that use magic. Unfortunately, most of them are early game, but if you use this, you can ignore their damage for a couple seconds because it just gets converted to healing. But I know this is a short episode, but I feel like we covered a lot of ground, so I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.